Hi, I'm Balasubramanian. In this video, we are going to see 8th Standard Biology, Chapter 1 Transportation System in Plants. In this lesson, we are going to learn about absorption of water and the absorption of minerals. See, before going to discuss, we have to know some things, okay? See, every organism's made up of cells, okay? All cells need energy. For example, human being made up of millions of cells. Each cells need energy. See how these cells are getting energy with the help of circulatory system. See, circulatory system nothing but heart pumps the blood. While passing the blood in the arteries, blood carries oxygen and nutrients which is needed to the cells. Likewise, plant cells also need energy. Plants can able to make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. During the process of photosynthesis, plants produce two products. One is oxygen, another one is glucose. Okay. See, oxygens are released into the atmosphere. The glucose it's distributed or it's transported to entire parts of the plant part. Okay. See, you have to know what is transport. So transport means carrying things from one place to other. See, in biology, what is one way transport system? See, transport is a life process in which a material absorbed in one part of the body of an organism is carried to the other parts. Okay, right. You have to know that what is tissue. A tissue is a group of similar cells which work together to perform a particular function. Usually, cells are arranged in the tissue based on the functions to be performed by tissue. Okay, for example, xylem need to conduct water, which means xylem should be in the form of tube. So xylem made up of tubular cells. Okay, it form like a tube, so through the tube water can pass through it. Okay, right. See, what is meant by vascular tissue? Those tissues which transport water, minerals and food to different parts of a plant are called vascular tissues. Okay. See, with the help of the tissues, plant part receives water, minerals and food. Okay, there are two kind of tissues. One is xylem, another one is phloem. Now we have to know that what is xylem. The tissue which carries water and minerals from the root to the leaves of a plant. Your main thing, the water and minerals carried from the root, where it is from the roots to the leaves. Okay. Next, phloem. So what does mean by phloem? The tissue which carries food from the leaves to other parts of plant is called phloem. So usually, food factory of the plant, which means leaves only called a food factory of the plant. Okay, because they are only photosynthesis process takes place. Okay, so there only foods are produced. So from there, that food distributed to all other parts of the plant. Okay, right. So which tissues helps to transmit food? Phloem. So which tissues helps to transmit water and minerals? Xylem. Okay. So you look at this image, you will understand very clearly. See tubular structure. Okay, it's nothing but a xylem. Okay. See, look at this picture. Xylem and phloem tissues are kind of tubes made up of tubular cells arranged end to end. So tubular cells. This is nothing but tubular cells arranged end to end or arranged one over other. Okay. See, xylem made up of dead xylem cells. Likewise, phloem made up of living phloem cells. Already said that what is the function of xylem? Carries water and minerals from roots to the leaves. What is the function of phloem? Carries food from leaves to other parts of the plant. Okay, right. See, look at the xylem. Here, with the help of the xylem, water and mineral can transport. Okay, and xylem do not has any walls between the cells. So look at here, and very important thing, one way direction. So water and minerals can transport through the only one way. Okay, outer cells are usually dead cells. Okay, right. Then look at here, phloem. It helps to conduct food. Phloem cells made up of living cells. Okay, right. Next, absorption of water and minerals. See, look at this picture. Roots are covered by single cell layer called epidermis. This is what is called epidermis, outer covering. Okay, outer covering. These epidermal cells has finger like tubular outgrowth called a root hairs. This is what is called a root hairs. Here, root hairs. Okay, see, as the number of root hair increases, the surface area also increases. It helps to absorb more water and minerals. It's nothing but if the root hairs increases or the plant has number of root hairs, it can absorb more water and minerals. Okay, right. See, look at this picture. Tip of the root has large number of cells. That large number of cells absorb water and nutrients from the soil. These cells usually has semi-permeable plasma membrane. Okay, usually this membrane has minute pores or tiny pores that allow only selected materials like water molecules. Okay, right. Absorption of water. Usually plants absorb water by the process of osmosis. Here, what is meant by osmosis? Osmosis is the process by which movement of water molecule from a region of higher concentration to region of lower concentration. So look at this picture. Okay, usually concentration of water molecules higher in the soil than in the root hairs. Look at this image. See, higher concentration of water molecules, lower concentration of water molecules. Okay, see, this is nothing but a semi-permeable plasma membrane. It has tiny pores. Through the pores, it allows only selected molecules. Okay, right, or selected materials. See, through the osmosis process, water molecules enter into the root hairs. Okay, right. See, look at this picture. Cell to cell conduction of water from root hair to xylem. See, this is actually soil particles. Soil particles usually surrounded by thin layer of water molecules. Okay, so when the root gas grows in between the soil particles, when water molecules reaches one cell, then distributed or spread to next cell. So this process continues till reaches the xylem cell. Okay, right. See, due to osmosis, when the waters enter the roots, the xylem gets filled up, and this puts pressure on the rigid outer cells of the root. Here, okay, it raises the pressure in the outer region of the roots. This pressure causes water to be forced up, sucking up. Okay, plant against the gravity force. Okay, until it reaches the leaves. See, it's nothing but when the xylem cells filled with the water molecules, automatically it raises the pressure. Due to the pressure, the water molecules are forced up to the leaves. Absorption of minerals. Look at the picture. There are a lot of minerals there. It's found in the soil. Okay, and here you have to know there are two things. One is macronutrients, another one is micronutrients. See, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, these are all the macronutrients. Okay, it's nothing but minerals are needed large quantity. Okay, then what is micronutrients? So minerals needed extremely small quantity. Okay, right. It's like sulfur, iron, zinc, boron. So these are all the micronutrients. Okay, right. Usually minerals are dissolved in the water. Okay, absorption of minerals. Usually, plant absorb minerals by two methods. Okay, one is diffusion, another one is active transport. What is diffusion? So, diffusion is nothing but movement of salt molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Okay, like similar to the osmosis. Okay, but in osmosis allows only water molecules, but here minerals. Okay, right. See, diffusion takes place when the concentration of mineral molecules higher in the soil comparison to the root hair cells. See, it's a rare. Sometimes only concentration of minerals higher in the soil. During the time, plant absorb minerals by the process of diffusion. Next, active transport. What is meant by active transport? Active transport is the movement of mineral ions from region of lower concentration to a region of higher concentration. Okay, right. See, usually concentration of minerals low in the soil. So during the time, plant absorb minerals by the process of active transport. But during the process, plant use a lot of energy. Okay, let's do it. A small activity. Aim to show that plants absorb water through the roots. Materials required: a young leafy plant, beaker and water. Okay, look at this image, you will understand very clearly. Okay, right. Procedure: what do you want to do? Take some water in the beaker. Okay, beaker, you have to add water in the beaker. Put young leafy plant in the beaker containing water. We have to place plant, the plant must contain roots. Okay, put some oil drops in the beaker to prevent evaporation. Then note the level of water. Leave the apparatus for some hours. You should not disturb them. Okay. Observations: the water level reduces in the beaker. Look at this image. This is initial level of water. Now after some hour, the water level is decreased. Okay, or reduced. The water level in the beaker reduces because plant has absorbed the water from the beaker through its roots. Okay. This simple activity shows how plants absorb water. Okay, right. Okay, I hope you all understood. Thank you.